Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we have a lot to talk about because in this video, I'm going to be showing you a very important level on Bitcoin, namely around $8,661. We find one of the most important support levels on the Bitcoin chart at the moment. That level of support would be none other than the 20 weekly exponential moving average, and as I'm going to show you in today's video, this is one of the biggest indicators for bull and bear markets in Bitcoin. Bitcoin will bounce off of this level during a bull market, and it will fall below it during a bear market. Right now, anyway, Bitcoin is above it, but in this video, we're going to be talking about the possibility of Bitcoin falling only $400 down to test it, and if that happens, what will occur to follow. Guys, this is a very important video. You know I'm bullish on the long term, but the short term is very much up in the air. So we're going to be discussing all of that and more in today's video. I think you're going to get a lot of value out of this video. If you do, as always, consider hitting that like and subscribe button down below. Before we just go ahead and, dive on into it, I do want to mention one thing. And that'd be the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. As you guys know, CT2A is on sale for the rest of this month. If you would like to get access to the Academy that's going to teach you everything you need to know about technical analysis all in one place with a lot more structure than you're going to find perusing the interwebs on your own, I would encourage you to check us out at the link in the description down below. More on that at the end of the video. But for now, though, guys, without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Yes, I am aware I'm drinking out of a snowflake mug when it's 95 degrees and 100 billion% humidity down here in Florida. Guys, it's hot. Have you noticed that? Like, it's freaking boiling down here. Like, I mean, seriously, somebody left the dang stove on or something because it should not be this damn hot. I've lived in Florida for 10 years. This sucks. I hate it. Gosh. Anyway, guys, let's jump onto the chart. I think we can all agree that the last couple of weeks on Bitcoin have been relatively uneventful. We have set a lower low, as we discussed in the previous video, but Bitcoin in general is still more or less trading sideways with a slight downwards inclination. We don't see any signs of an immediate return to volatility, not in the volume nor in the technical indicators, but I do think that one will be coming relatively soon, probably within the next couple of weeks. When that return to volatility does come, guys, we obviously have to ask ourselves a question: where is Bitcoin going to head? Well, I'll be honest with you, even though there are a lot of bullish fundamentals going on right now, they don't seem to be having a very big impact on the market. Quite the opposite, in fact. A lot of people seem to be ignoring them, which is a good thing for the long term because those fundamentals will not be ignored forever. We're talking PayPal, ATM installation. There's a lot of other major news stories going on right now, and those major news stories are going to have a big impact on this market. But at the moment, we don't have the retail interest to back that bullishness, so Bitcoin isn't really doing a whole lot. That is why we're concerned about Bitcoin having a correction in the short term. If Bitcoin does correct in the short term, there's a very important level that I would very much like Bitcoin to not fall below. Let's look at that. Out on the weekly chart, guys, we find two moving averages that are very important, and they happen to be coinciding almost perfectly right now as we're seeing a golden cross on them. Again, the longer terms are very bullish, short term, not so much. This 20 weekly EMA is crossing above the 50 weekly SMA, which, again, is a very good sign. We've talked about this in previous videos about how literally all three times that has happened in the history of Bitcoin, right here, and right there, all three times it's happened, we have immediately seen a bull market to follow. And I think we'll probably see something similar over the next 6 months or so. But for the next couple of weeks, I think we're still going to be in downtrend until we have some more retail interest come back into the space. Perhaps something like another oil crash or another stock market crash or something having to do with the global economy, like the real estate market, may send people looking back towards Bitcoin. But until then, Bitcoin is stuck in limbo trading sideways, and we need to be very careful about what we do while we're trading sideways so that we don't lose too much of the progress that we made in March, April, and May. That means that Bitcoin needs to hold above around $8,661. That's a very important support region. And also on the daily chart, you will find the 200 daily simple moving average sitting right here at $8,346. What this essentially gives us is a sort of zone that Bitcoin would very much benefit from staying above. And funnily enough, that zone is actually the exact same region that Bitcoin was bouncing off of back over here in May. So the question now really becomes, is there any major bearish force that could drive Bitcoin below around 8 1/3 thousand? And I'm happy to report to you that the answer seems to be, to me, no. The technical indicators out here on the weekly chart don't really indicate a major correction of any sort. RSI is sitting at 54. That's pretty neutral. MACD is converging on itself, but we're still a couple weeks out from a bearish cross on that, so not something we need to worry about just yet. Stochastic RSI is pulling back, but that is to be expected as Bitcoin has been doing the same, and we've actually seen some bullishness on the hash ribbon, so not the end of the world there either. All of this to say that the longer term chart is looking relatively neutral, and again, in the very long term, bullish. However, in the short term, I am still, and I've been saying this ever since I got back from Gatlinburg, I've been saying this for over a week now, I'm expecting short-term sideways to downwards movement. A lot of people are thinking that I'm saying something else, but I literally don't know how else to say it other than in plain English. I am expecting sideways and slightly downward movement, no more than $1,000. I've been saying that exact thing, and still some people don't understand what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I need to spell it out or something. I'm totally roasting some of the commenters down there, because that's literally what I've been saying, and people still don't get it. Being a YouTuber is weird. It's just very strange. People just misunderstand you. Anyway, back to the analysis. Bitcoin has had 4 red in a row here on the weekly chart, but that's not necessarily anything too scary. We've seen some downwards movement, but nothing major coming out of that. It's on the daily chart where we get a little bit more concerned, as we've seen our consecutive lower highs and lower lows. I don't really see any major return to volatility coming back in the next little while on Bitcoin, which is unfortunate because it means that Bitcoin is kind of boring right now. But it is also kind of a good thing, because if we saw a lot of volatility return right now, you might not believe it to be bullish. It would probably end up being bearish, actually, since that's what a lot of the technicals are indicating, and many people would trade based off of them. So, guys, I'm going to tell you once and for all, I've been saying this for a while, I'm expecting a slow grind down here to some of these levels, and then maybe if Bitcoin's bearish enough, then maybe we have a capitulation lower, but this is most certainly, this movement right here, very much not guaranteed, very much too far in the future for us to tell what's going to happen with that. But the technicals are saying that volatility is low, volatility does not have a reason to pick back up anytime soon, and Bitcoin is still gradually trending to the downside. By the way, guys, I'm perfectly happy with that, because it means that Bitcoin is locking in these gains up here. You know what happens when you trade sideways? You build VPVR support. So whenever Bitcoin does rally back up above here, if we can stay here, we're going to be pretty well structured, pretty well set up to get above these levels, and then we're going to use all of this trading right here to build support and make it much harder for us to go below this. It's like a stepper motor or a gear or something, guys. Bitcoin is going to move up here, it's going to lock itself in place, and we're not going to be able to go any lower. That's at least, hopefully, what's going to happen here. Not guaranteed, but that is what I'm thinking is going to happen. Bitcoin's going to trade sideways, slightly to the downside. We'll break to the upside in a couple of months, maybe towards the end of the year, and then we will use all of this trading around $9,000 and $10,000 as support, and Bitcoin will hold that as the baseline for the future market. You might think of that in a similar way to how we had $6,000, except hopefully this time we won't crash 50% below it. So guys, that's my theory on the market. I'm going to be honest with you, there's not a whole lot going on right now. There's not many trends going on. There's not many reversals. There's just not much going on. There are things going on the shorter term time frame, which I'm about to discuss in the first cohort. But as far as like the 4-hourly daily chart combo, there's not much going on up here, guys. And I don't really expect any major movements to come anytime soon. There's no technical reason to believe that one might, and there's no fundamental reason to believe that one might. They do come out of nowhere sometimes. Sometimes you have thin order books on a weekend and a whale comes in, dumps $50 million, or a major news story comes out and Bitcoin rallies. That does happen, but we can't predict that, so I'm not going to say it's going to happen since I have no way of predicting that it's going to happen. What I can confidently forecast is some more sideways and slightly downtrending movement on Bitcoin. We've clarified that trend now. We're pretty much locked into it. Until something significant changes, I'll be the first to tell you when it does, but until something does change, that's what we're looking for the next couple of weeks. Now, what to do with this? Because Bitcoin is obviously going to be a little boring if that forecast of mine comes true. Should you leave the market? Should you go on vacation? Should you sell everything and come back in a couple of weeks? Should you stop paying attention to cryptocurrency technical analysis? No, absolutely not. In fact, guys, these are some of my favorite times in the market because it means that we're not being distracted with, oh, Bitcoin's rallying 5%, Bitcoin's crashing 10%. I need to go make a trade now. I need to go be making money now. Because at the end of the day, Bitcoin's volatility is not going away anytime soon. There's going to be significant amounts of money to be made trading and investing for the long term. That's not going away anytime soon on Bitcoin. But a lot of people get caught up with, I need to make the trade now. I see a trade, I'm going to make it, I'm going to do it. And then they lose their money because, wait a minute, they forgot to learn. They forgot to train. They forgot to practice. They forgot to paper trade. They forgot to do analysis. So it's actually one of my favorite periods of the market, especially for those of you guys who are new here, when Bitcoin is trading sideways. I would encourage you, even though the next couple of weeks for Bitcoin might be boring, they are actually going to be some of the most important weeks for some of you guys who are new here. This is the time that you need to spend learning the markets, doing back analysis on different altcoin markets, studying different altcoins. Which altcoins do you want to invest in? Do you want to invest in altcoins at all? How much money do you want to have in Bitcoin? How big does your portfolio need to be? What do you want your altcoin Bitcoin distribution to be? How much money do you want to have in your investing portfolio? How much money do you want to have in your trading portfolio? Do you want to have a Ledger Nano S? Are you going to put it all on Exodus? Are you going to use Coinbase, Bittrex, Bitfinex, Bybit? Which exchange are you going to use? This is a great time to be learning in the space. Guys, you need to learn to earn. You don't earn and then learn while you're earning. You have to learn how to earn, and then you will earn the ability to go and vacation. And the reason I'm saying this is because whenever Bitcoin is trading sideways, or whenever I say, okay, Bitcoin's probably going to be boring for a couple of weeks, a lot of people have a tendency to just pack up and leave, and then some of them don't come back. Don't make that mistake, guys. I'm encouraging you. That will backfire, because Bitcoin will be trading significantly higher than it is right now in 5 and 10 years, and you're going to wish you hadn't left. I mean, seriously, guys, blessings be upon anyone who has been in the cryptocurrency market from the first 12 years that we are in right now, because you're at the ground floor of something immense. Massive. The blockchain industry, the cryptography industry is set to explode in the 2020s. And if you leave now, you're going to be making a mistake. That's my opinion, but I think it's a well-substantiated one. Don't risk leaving the space for 2 weeks saying, oh, I'll come back when Bitcoin does something interesting, because that will not end well for you. Now, I'm not saying don't take vacations or anything. When I went for Gatlinburg, I didn't look at crypto once because I was trying to enjoy my real life, but I didn't forget about it either. So just be careful. Anyway, guys, a couple of things. I want to mention really quickly the first cohort. That is our private group over on Discord. That's where you get access to the coffee and crypto live streams, where you see what kind of coffee I drink and the kind of crypto analysis I do and invest in. During those morning live streams, which one will be going live in about 20 or 25 minutes from the time of me recording this, all of our members over there join us on Twitch, and we do a live stream to talk about cryptocurrency, coffee, normally mostly crypto though. And I also do some questions and answers. I give feedback. If you want access to those morning live streams and the awesome community we're building over there, the link's in the description down below. The reason I'm saying this on camera is because a couple of people asked me in the comments section yesterday what that's about. If you have any questions about the first cohort, I'm not going to get into it anymore here. You can email me at cryptojeb@gmail.com. But what I do want to mention before we go very briefly is the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. Guys, CT2A is on sale for the rest of this month, and after this sale is over, the Academy will be increasing in price by another $50. Now, don't worry, everybody in the Academy today will get access to all current and all future content with no extra charges. This is a lifetime membership. There are people that joined the Academy for $79 when it launched with a $20 off coupon code when we started doing this, and they still have access to all of the new content in the Academy. Everything I just said about learning and educating yourself in technical analysis can be done without an academy. I want to make myself very clear on that. You don't need CT2A, but I think it's a very good idea to go ahead and get it. The reason is because it's going to take you a long time to learn everything you need to know in technical analysis. It is not an easy thing to teach yourself. Believe me, I've done it. The only reason that I was able to stick around and have the dedication, because I know myself, I'm not that dedicated, I'm not that diligent, I do get distracted easily. The only reason that I was able to stay and learn all of this was because I had no other option. A lot of you guys have the luxury and, in my opinion, the curse of not needing cryptocurrency. I needed cryptocurrency, and so it worked for me. If you want to learn technical analysis, it's going to be much easier if you have someone who's been there, done that, is an expert in the field who can guide you. And that's what CT2A is here to provide. If you guys want to learn everything you need to know about technical analysis so that you can start on your journey in 2 weeks, not 2 years like it took me, I would encourage you to join us with the link in the description down below. More on that in future videos, and more on that in my email. If you have any questions on that, you can also email us at cryptojeb@gmail.com. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it for today's video. Like I said, I do heavily encourage you to join that before the price goes up. It is an absolute steal right now. You can go to the comments section of the last 3 or 4 videos. There's been at least one person commenting under each one of those videos talking about how awesome CT2A is. Different people each time, by the way. I mean, just in case you don't believe me, I'll go ahead and read you one of them. Anyone thinking of the course, do it. Seriously, I'm over the moon with the content, and the price is incredible for the amount of content. Thank you, Jeb. I'm really happy with it. I said, thank you, and he said, nah, man. Seriously, thank you. This person, for the wages of sin is death, says, I can tell you all, CT2A is such great value and can give you permanent skills to make lots of money. Guys, not lying to you. It's a great value of full 14-day money-back refund guarantee. Yes, we do accept Bitcoin, and yes, when you join CT2A and you shoot me an email, I will totally tell you what kind of coffee I drink, and I think that's worth the money. So if you're interested in that, make sure to sign up with the link down below. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy today's video, consider hitting that like and subscribe button down below. It really helps out the channel when you do that. And guys, I really just want to thank you guys because we're about to pass 44,000 subscribers. I remember when we had 100 subscribers. I remember because I wanted so badly to hit 100 subscribers before January 1st, 2018. I remember that. We hit it on, I want to say December 28th, 2017. And I was flipping out over 100 subs. and now we get 100 subs a day. So welcome all you guys who are new here. Thank you so much for your continued support. We've got great things coming. This is not a journey about money. This is a journey about helping people. This is very important to me, and I have a lot of really big dreams about the good things that we can do in this world. If you guys want to be a part of that, thank you so much for subscribing. If you're not already subscribed, like I said, consider doing it. Consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Helps out the channel. Anyway, guys, like I said, that is going to wrap it for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.